So here's a recent situation that I have had. So I have a client, and my client has located a property that they fell in love with. We've put an offer in, and we put the offer in knowing that there was a previous FHA appraisal done. However, we were under the assumption that you can just easily transfer the FHA appraisal, which I think it's supposed to be an easy process. However, I've learned a few things during this process. And again, I'll put some links below, and I'll also link you guys with a great FHA lender that, it's not an FHA lender, but it's a great lender that I work with. And she's phenomenal when it comes to FHA mortgage loans. So here's what we ran into. The FHA appraisal can easily be transferred. However, be careful when doing this, because if the FHA appraisal didn't come back as is, or isn't a clean appraisal, if there was issues with that appraisal, when you transfer it, your buyer then inherits them issues with the appraisal. So luckily that wasn't the case for us, but that was something that was brought to my attention. If you choose to not wait for that 91 days, and you choose to go ahead and try to purchase the property using FHA, and you want to reassign that appraisal, you may knowingly take on issues that then you and your client, or not even you, your client will then have to contend with. I have done FHA flip rule properties before, but we waited until that 91 days. And at day 91, we placed the offer, requested the appraisal. I mean, we were ready to go. We had been sitting on ready for a long time. But in this market, that just wasn't the case. And this was a perfect property. So I just wanted to bring that to everyone's attention. Also, I was under the assumption that when you do, I think the FHA does say that the lenders have to transfer the appraisals from one person from one borrower, or from one mortgage lender to the next. They have to provide their ID number, and then they have to provide a letter from your client, the new second buyer. So the newest buyer that's on scene, they have to provide a letter from that buyer stating that they're aware that the lender is requesting that appraisal to be transferred. I can only assume that would be because they're stating that they're aware they are bringing on that appraisal and all of the conditions that could possibly come with it. Which could be, it could be really a huge thing. So I do want to point out a couple of things that I did pick up on. So to release the appraisal from one mortgage person to another, there has to be the FHA lender's ID, and there has to be the signed transfer the signed transfer letter from the borrower. That's a HUD guideline. And then there was also, I'm guessing this is one of the HUD guidelines in section 4.A. It says requirements for transferring the mortgage. It says the original mortgage must assign the case number to the new mortgage using the case number function in FHAC immediately upon the borrower's request. Now, that was also emailed to me. When I read that and I see the words immediately upon the borrower's request, to me that would mean immediately. However, the situation that I'm seeing is they're requesting that the new borrower pay for the appraisal, the transferred appraisal. Now, the specific company, and I'm not using any names whatsoever, the specific company that I'm experiencing this with, they are saying that they're going to take that money and they're going to reimburse the person who originally paid for that appraisal. they're going to reimburse them, which is true. I mean, which is good, not true, which is good if that's in fact what they're going to do. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know how you would follow up with that. I don't know how you would even track that. It's not even my concern to track that. My concern is that the HUD ruling says that it must be transferred immediately upon the borrower's request. And in a situation I'm dealing with, the immediately only is immediately after payment has been processed. So I just thought I would make you aware of that. So if you have, I guess the moral of the story is get a good lender, get a good realtor, get a realtor that you can communicate well with, get a lender you can communicate well with, find, these professionals that you trust, and ask questions, and make sure your realtor is asking the questions, and understand that if you choose not to wait until day 91, when you can order your own appraisal from your lender, and you choose to do the transfer of the appraisal, just understand you very well could be inheriting their problems. Anyway, I'm not a professional FHA person. I'm not a lender. I am strictly a realtor. I love my job, and I love helping people, and I love making sure that buyers and sellers can have their real estate needs, goals met. But there's just some things that you don't really deal with on a daily basis, this being one of them. And I thought I would make a video about it and just bring awareness, because I know that if I've been in this business for, my next work anniversary, which will be this coming March, maybe April, I will have been in this business for 20 years. So 20 years in this industry, and this transfer issue is only something I'm just now dealing with. So it's just not done a lot. Anyway, so this is Michele Bowman with Tate Realtors. I'm going to put some links below. I'm going to link my a lender that I do some work with, and she's great. She's definitely up on all this FHA stuff, so I'm going to link her below. If you have a property to sell, if you have a property that you're interested in buying, and you are in the central North Carolina and surrounding areas, and you need a realtor, you want a realtor that has heart and that will call you back and that will work for you, give me a call. I would love to help you out. This is Michele Bowman with Tate Realtors, and I hope that you have a great day. And it's Friday, y'all. I hope you have a great weekend. Y'all take care.